So today we are going to be talking a little bit about the Boss 25 by Citadel. These are getting quite a lot of hype recently, these Turkish-made shotguns, semi-automatic. This one is on an AR platform, 100% AR platform. The only difference is the whole gas mechanism, spring, and everything is within this handguard. There is no mechanism inside this stock. There's no buffer tube, there's no buffer spring, nothing like that in here. I've had this for, I guess, I don't know, almost a month now. I've taken it out 3 different occasions, and today I am going to, after this, I'm going to post that first occasion of taking those first few shots out of it. I wanted to wait a little while before I ended up speaking about it because I wanted to get some experience with it and have first-hand knowledge, not just talk about how it looks and feels and whatnot. So let's get into it. Starting at the top, I am running the Riton Optics X3 ARD. I absolutely love it. It came with the flip-up clear caps. It is a 6 setting, on, off, on, off, on, off. It has your up and down adjustments, your left and right adjustments. It came with this co-witness mount, which is also quick disconnect. We have the little unlock mechanism here. Unlock it, pull it forward, comes off. Tighten it. It's nice because it's a click. Every little tiny, it's probably about every 1/16th of a turn, maybe. You hear a click, 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 click all the way around, so you know how many. You can actually count the clicks, which is great. It's not just like, here, tighten it, go with it. So I've been running this on here ever since. The video that you are going to watch is I basically took it off of another build that I have, which is AR-15 223 5.56. It is a 16-inch barrel, WMD build. I took it off of there, put it immediately on here, took it to the range, did no sighting in, and just started firing it. So that's what you're going to see in the video that comes up. So let's get into the actual shotgun. So polymer stock, rubberized rubber butt plate, all one piece. The stock in the lower is actually all one piece. Polymer stock then, of course. A rubberized grip, very much like the Hogue texture. Actually, maybe a little bit softer, but I really like it. And the ergonomics on this grip, it fits wonderfully in my hand. It feels wonderful. Everything about it, it's super great. I really like the skeletonized feature here of the stock. There are no QDs on the stock, which is a little bit of a downfall. I wish that these here were QDs, but they're not. I haven't equipped it with it, so I just went with the clamps. I just went with the cheap Amazon sling here. It's worked great though. I like it a lot. It has a little bit of give to it. The weight of the rifle, it's actually quite light, but it's not like feather light, like, oh my god, this is a piece of junk light. I don't like that. I don't want that. And so it comes with 2 of the 5-round metal magazines. They are quite nice. They seem good quality, and supposedly all of these style ARs coming, or shotguns coming out of Turkey, these are all interchangeable. The Rock Island and whatnot. I have interchanged mine between Rock Island as well, and those worked no problem. So you can get those in the 9-round. I think there's some 10 rounds out there. There's like 19 rounds out there. There's a 20 or 25 round drum. I think it's a 25 round drum. That thing is a monster. It must be so heavy, and it's like this big. And anyway, so getting into it a little bit more skeletonization on the magwell here. The trigger, it has a nice trigger pull. The upper here also has some skeletonization going on up under the 1913 Picatinny as well. And so they got a little crazy, honestly, with the mounting system, which is great. Like, whatever, who cares? We have more options. And so they went with the 1913s on the top and the lower here. Also, they went with the key mods, and they also went with the M-locks here in this section. This section is just a cooling port. It's not actually usable. And so, you know, whatever. And there were no QD mounts or anything for the sling, and so I went ahead and just picked up a little cheapie, again, another little Amazon purchase. It did come with the front and the rear M-bus, which is nice. Flip ups, polymer, they are nice. This one, it has a metal sight actually. The pin is metal. And then the rear here, you have the option between two different sights. If you want a big opening or if you want a little pinhole opening, up to you. And if you want no opening, up to you. And so you have those options. I don't know why you'd want no, just keep it down then, right? And so, yeah, with it mounted here, the elevation is perfect. You can definitely see both sights through the optics. So if you are dead on battery and you actually need them for a backup, you can do it. Another thing that I thought was really nice is this doesn't have a charging handle, but it's quite nice because this is all machined, hollowed out, all skeletonized also. And so they did a great job on it. The handguard here is aluminum. It did come with this heat shield for the barrel. It came with a muzzle device, and it came with 3 or 4 chokes as well. Now, one little problem that I have noticed I had with this muzzle device, I went to take it off to do some cleaning, and it is stuck in there, but the device itself is coming off, but it is leaving the threaded portion inside. I haven't tried messing with it. I can get 2 nuts that are that same thread pattern, lock them on there, and use a wrench to break it off, and not break it, but break it loose and draw it out of there, I'm sure, and then put some Loctite on this upper one possibly, and a little extra lube on that lower one. Maybe I'll try a heavier lube next time. I don't know if heavier lube is better in this case. But yeah, so that was a little bit of a problem. Another little bit of a problem is I noticed that the handguard was coming a little bit loose, and so that was an easy fix. All I had to do was tighten this. This heat shield is what holds that handguard in there, and so that handguard, you see now it's loose. It wasn't that loose, it was just barely a little bit of play in it, and so I'm like, what's going on? Notice that this wasn't loose either. It had just it wasn't falling off loose by any means, but it was loose. And so I just snugged that up by hand. Give her a little snug up. Handguard's tight. Snug that back up. I don't really care. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of specialty shooting or anything with this, so I don't see myself changing that choke out all the time. I kind of like how it looks with this muzzle device on the end. The weight, like I said, it's great. And so, let's just go ahead and get into that. You guys got any questions? Leave it down below. I'll try to answer them for you. Oh, one thing I did want to get into. It is eating up. It's recommended that you run at least 100 rounds of the 1,300 feet per second 3-inch ammunition out of it. But that's difficult to find right now. I just found a bunch of it. And so I will break her in properly here shortly. During these last 3 sessions, I've ran some high power, but it was not the 3-inch, and I ran some bird shot and a few other things. And so in this video you should see, it will be a couple clips, 3 different clips, same session though at the Issaquah Gun Club that I'm a member of. Great guys up there, if you want to go check them out, they're super cool. Riton Optics, super cool guys as well. Always a joy to deal with. Those guys are so nice, and they'll answer any questions, help you out. Great warranties. CITADEL, I haven't had any issues. Running the high power shells, it will feed and cycle, no problem. It'll eat those up and pump through them, no problem. Everything I've ran, boom, no problem. When it's high power, the lower power, under 1,300 feet per second, when you're in the 1100s per second, it's not liking it. It will fire it, but it won't eject it. So you can manually eject that round, feed in, the next round will feed in, you can shoot it. Some of the other ammo, it will draw the bolt back, it'll push it back, but it won't eject that spent shell properly, and so it gets jammed up and the shell is hanging out of here, which you will see in some videos that I will post shortly about some 3-gun sessions. And so yeah, that's something exciting too. I've been practicing personally for some 3-gun. It's been so much fun. It is so much different than just sitting at the range and plinking at stuff, or standing at the range, or even doing clay or anything like that. I don't know. It was the closest thing I can think of. Is almost like paintball, I guess, except with the live ammo. Obviously, it's even that much more exciting. And with no military experience, no Leo experience for me, this is the first time I've done anything where it's like adrenaline flowing, in action stuff. And so actually changing magazines on the move, changing weapons, going through all the functions of the different weapons. Speaking of functions, something I almost forgot. I'm left-handed. This safety switch, it's long. So when I have a proper grip on this, look where it is. When I am firing this, it is right on my finger, and that has caused me to get some nasty blood blisters here on 2 different sessions. The first session that you see, it didn't do anything because it was just a few shots, no big deal. But when I was using it for 3-gun in the next 2 sessions, it was a problem, because I guess I just wasn't really coherent of where exactly my hand was, because I was in action, just running, just pick it up and, boom, 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 throw the sling on and just pop, firing rounds off. That's important because that's real life stuff. That's how it's going to be. If anything were to ever happen where this needs to be used. And, I was always level-headed and always conscious of everything going on. But this is something that even the 3rd session, the 2nd session is when I realized it. I'm like, okay, next time I go out, I need to be like totally, conscious of that problem and try to correct my grip and everything. But just the way that the ergonomics are on this, it's great. Like your hand fits in it like a glove, but it forces me to be right on that. So with the impact of the rifle or the recoil of the rifle and all the, everything that's going on, it is causing that to drive into here. And so lucky, it's a nice safety. So hopefully I could just unthread that and go and buy an aftermarket. Hopefully it's a pretty universal size in there, and it won't be any big deal at all to just change that out. And so that's the nice thing, it's like everything, it's all designed exactly like everything on an AR. So all the pieces to take out, it's all exactly the same. The trigger, I am going to inspect it a little bit further and see what's up with the trigger. Maybe I can do some work to the trigger or get a little bit lighter pull, but in all honesty, it's really light. It's not a heavy pull by any means. Let's check it out. So, pretty light. It's definitely not, it's not 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds or anything like some of the awesome Rise armament triggers. But, I don't know. It's not heavy, that's for sure. And it's, there's a little bit, you can feel it. Well, it's pretty tight, but yeah. It's definitely not super crisp, but it's good. It's nice. And for the price that these things are going for, you can get them if you find them on sale. Some things that are equivalent to this, they're going somewhere for just in like between $300 and $700, $300 and $1,200. I've seen some guys, I forget what brands they are, but some of these guys, they're charging a little bit up there for them. But I don't know what the differences are between the higher end ones and these. Maybe just a little bit better components, able to feed things a little bit better. I don't know, but I've been super happy with it. Definitely go. So, enough from me. Boom, boom, out. Enjoy the videos. Leave some comments below. Don't forget to share and like the video. Subscribe if you would. That would be super cool. You see that I'm quite light on the subscribers. Let's not play around with anybody. Hopefully people watch it and enjoy it and get something out of it. Definitely worth the investment though. A nice unit. I think right here we're sitting at like under 500 bucks. Or maybe right at 500. What was the Riton Optic? This optic I think runs in the 200 range. The rifle I paid $280 or $280, something like that, from Rainier Arms. Also super cool guys. The optic I got from Pantel Tactical. Also very cool guys, and they're very helpful. Always have a great selection even in hard times. Rainier Arms, those guys, super selection usually. Great arrangement. Great guys, great help, super knowledgeable, everything about them. And so very lucky with all that. So, once again, Boom Boom out. Stay safe, be smart, protect your rights, protect the Second Amendment. Follow your heart, not the herd. Peace. So here we have the Citadel Boss 25. We're getting ready to give it a good run. First round. We got a slug in the mag here. We probably shouldn't shoot it, but I don't know. We're going to try the first one with the slug. Got the Riton Optic, the ARD on there, the X3. Let's give her a go. Well, that's nice. Not too bad for the sluggy action.
Yeah.
Here we go with a couple headshots on the Citadel. See if she finished cycling. Boss 25, but we got some of the 1145P velocity, 12 gauge Winchester super targets. We're gonna see if she cycles. Not liking that stuff there. Need to get it broke in.